de Resistance by Grace. So I brought it all the way here with me.
Hi everyone, I'm making fish head soup today. It was really highly requested, and I start with a fish head, which in this case is a salmon fish head. That's all I could find. It's very big. The onion, garlic, celery, thyme, scallion going in the beginning with chilies, and then I add the veggies, pumpkin and potato, and the coriander goes last, well, second to last. The watercress is the actual final garnish, and lime throughout, just squeezing lime in, just tasting it, the broth, and of course it's the Grace fish tea soup mix. Hope you enjoy.
Here we go. The pot is already hot, so I'm just adding some olive oil. Starting to sizzle already. This is the thyme. Adding the celery. That's the thing about olive oil, is that it gets hot really fast. This is one small onion. These are 3 scallions. 3 stalks of scallion. Now, piece de resistance, whatever, however you say it. The fish head. This is a salmon fish head. It's actually the only fish head I could find. Here. Jersey. Increase temperature, and I'm adding water. I'm gonna let that boil. Hi, you can't see me, can you? I'm gonna let that boil. One more thing before it starts to really boil. Just to prove to you, I am from the Caribbean. I always have scotch bonnet peppers, but I'm really into the chili peppers from Thailand at the moment. For a few months now, I've really been into them, and even when I was in the Caribbean, in Barbados, I was craving these chilies from Thailand. So now that I'm back here, I'm going to use them. Potato, but this has to boil and break down, so let's give that about 20 minutes. I'm using sea bream fillets. What am I saying? Fillets, they say in England, so, but fillet. And they come like this because I really realized, okay, so I've cut up the fish into cubes this size. Anyone see that? I know my lighting is really messed up, and I have to actually go ahead and invest in a light if I really want to take this thing seriously. But this is how it looks like, that size. Hello. So this has been boiling for almost 20 minutes. The timer's about to go off on that. So I'm going to go in now with the potato, which I have over here. It's the potato and the pumpkin. The broth is very important. It's got to be a clear broth. Usually, like every single time in the past, I've made fish soup and not, or fish stew and not fish tea. In that I have always put coconut milk and made it very thick and, like, you know, hearty. So this is a very light soup that I'm doing here. That fish head is very tender right now. It's almost breaking apart. Just gonna add some lime. No seeds, of course. Don't like. So this is a pretty large fish we have here. Fish head rather. You see how big it is in the pot? It's taking the whole pot. So I've just added the fish tea. If you can't get fish tea, which you wouldn't if you're in the UK, then you should use bouillon, you know, any kind of bouillon to make the broth. Something that has, you know, bouillon is salty. I don't think you can buy fish stock like that in the supermarket, so you always have to make it with your own bouillon. And so I'm just mix it up there. It has little tiny noodles in it. Okay, I know it's a lot of smoke going on here. This fish head is just broken down perfectly. I'm going to add the fish now. Here's the fillet. Adding that. Cilantro or coriander, as they say in this part of the world, coriander. And I'm going to just add some more water. I'm just going to wash my hands with the water there. So you can see. My hands are very clean. I'm cooking and they're always super clean. This is some good salt. Adding it because I know what's going on. With adding more water, you also need more salt and more lime and more black pepper. So there's the black pepper. And here's the lime. Just like a little bit, you know, sprinkle of lime. You say sprinkle when you're dealing with. That's it. The last thing I'm going to add is the watercress. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil, and then I'm going to add the watercress at the end. Once it's boiling, I'll just plop the watercress in there, and yeah, I'm just going to break off some of the stems. See it starting to boil already. I have these knobs of butter. And I think I'm just going to use one. The other one I will put with the scaly fish. Watercress. And at this point, I will just turn off the pot. Just keep it at 1. And wash up these dishes. Hey guys! I'll plate it up and take a picture and show you how it looks like.
This is the fish tea soup, and it was delicious, and the broth was superb. Thanks so much for watching, and the next recipe I'll be doing will be butter paneer and plain white rice. Bye! See you soon!